Hey there YouTube! Welcome to another Tech Me Out video. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will be notified when new videos come out. And in today's video, I don't know if you're going to be as excited as I am, but we are going to download and install Synology DSM version 7. Oh yes, it has been a long wait for many of us Synology users. But now Synology DSM version 7 it just came out of private invitational only beta into public beta, which means you can now go ahead and download DSM 7 for your device, install it and start participating in the beta. So this has been something that I personally have been waiting for a long time. I have a secondary Synology device that I'm going to install it on. We're going to be together in this. I didn't do it in advance. I don't have a virtual machine I can test it. This will be a live installation with you guys. Download, install, and take a very quick sneak peek of how the system looks like, how it behaves, how snappy it is. Synology says that it will be a lot faster than DSM version 6, so definitely something that I am very excited to go ahead and do. Now, a word of caution, if it's something that is not very obvious, I want to say that it's still a beta. It's not that it's no longer a beta and it's released to the general public. It's still a beta, so take caution. If you want to install it, take a moment to think about if you can afford to lose your device if something goes wrong. I'm going to install it on a secondary Synology device that I have lying around that is functioning as a backup repository for my primary Synology device. So if something happens and the DSM installation crashes my entire device, I can in some way live without it. So do not install a DSM version 7 beta in production environments, not to mention primary devices that are mission critical. I wouldn't even recommend at this point to install it if you have several Synology devices like me. I wouldn't recommend installing it on your primary device. I'm not going to do it for a good while, I think, and not until I'm very sure and confident that my secondary device is behaving very, let's say, usually without any error messages or without any issues. So without further ado, let's jump right over to the computer and start downloading and installing Synology DSM version 7. Join me. Alright guys, so actually I'm very excited about this video. I have been waiting along with many other users to download and install Synology's DSM version 7, which is still in beta. The DSM version 7 is just released to public beta less than 24 hours ago. So what I'm going to do, I don't even have the opportunity to prepare for this video. I'm going to do everything live with you for the first time and install it on my secondary NAS and hope it won't crash and burn, and we'll see together for the first time the Synology DSM version 7 and see how it looks like, how it feels like. So if you want to follow along, all you have to do is open up a browser window and search for Synology DSM 7 and go to the first result, scroll down and click download now. Alright, at this point we'll click on join beta, and in order to download the path file, the actual operating system, we'll click here on disk Station Manager 7 Beta Download Center. and type your device model. I'm going to install it on my secondary NAS, which is a DS216 Plus. Click on Submit and click on DSM7 Download. Now, I already downloaded the path file, so I'm going to skip the download, but this is how you get the actual path file. This was not available for download less than 24 hours ago. So what we're going to do right now, since we have the path file, it's time to install it on our NAS. So let's log into it. That's my secondary NAS. So what this NAS main function is to be a repository for backup for my primary NAS. Using Hyper Backup and Hyper Backup Vault, my primary DS918 Plus sends the data for backup to this DS216 Plus. So if something happens and this device during the upgrade breaks or something critical goes wrong, I can live without it until I get this resolved. So guys, with all due respect, I know we as tech enthusiasts love to try things out. Please do not install DSM7 in production environments, and if you're like me and you have more than one Synology NAS, do not install it on your primary NAS. We don't know how stable it is. There are very few videos about DSM7 online. I don't even know what's going to happen. I didn't install it before. As far as I know, it could completely crash my secondary device. So practice caution. All right, so let's go to our control panel and let's go to update and restore and click on manual DSM update. I'm guessing that this is where the Synology device expects to get the new path file. Let's browse to my downloads, and this is the correct path file, and click OK. By the way, until this process is completed, from what I had the chance to read, once you download and install DSM version 7, you are a part of the beta program. So you don't have to actively send data or send your experience or send comments, but at a certain degree, you will be sending some telemetry data for Synology. For me, it's okay. If you object, then take it into account. I click on understand and agree, click on next. It says that the installation may take 20 to 40 minutes. I don't think it will take that long, but I'm going to click on yes. And at this point, like every other Synology upgrade, this is the screen. This is how it looks like when an update is installed. Now, I don't really know how long this is going to take, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording right here, and I'm going to resume it once this upgrade process is completed. Alright guys, so the installation is not completed yet. I just wanted you guys to see that there is some sort of an updating wizard or an out-of-the-box experience window that tells you that it's still doing several steps and it's not completed yet. It's very important that you do not take this screen as if the installation is already completed. Do not shut down the system. I am going to pause the recording again. I just wanted you guys to see this screen because it's different and probably new to version 7. So I am going to pause the recording again. You know what? No need. we just got the login screen. What a perfect timing. So what I am going to do is, first of all, look at the login screen. It looks very different, even though it kept my custom background and the custom text, but the login screen certainly seems a little revamped. Let's try to log in and see what we see. Alright, so this is DSM version 7. There is some sort of a wizard. It certainly looks familiar. Let's click on Start. Let's click on Next. I'm not going to enable any of these new options right now. I want to address them, let's say, one by one. I am going to skip for now, but let's see what we have. Active Insight, real-time notifications, great. Configuration backup, certainly something that you should definitely do. I'm just not going to do it right now. I want to give each new feature its focus. Secure sign-in is something that's I think is unique to DSM version 7, the ability to use two-factor authentication for your Synology device. I really recommend utilizing it. I know that I will. Alright, so let's skip for now. Quick tour. I'm not interested. So this is the main screen of the DSM 7. It certainly looks familiar with the icons, with the application screen right here, with the task window. Certainly looks familiar. There are new icons for sure. Let's look, for example, the new. There is a little bit of a new look, a new polished look for this side widget here. Let's take a look at the package center first. And what I am going to do is I am going to join the beta for every application that really, let's say, interests me. Active Backup for Business for sure. Advanced media extensions, let's see what this is about. It allows you to view high efficiency video. Certainly something that interests me, so I am going to install it. Let's see what else. Just as a quick review, I am going to do a series of videos about DSM 7 and the new features and the new applications and the new capabilities, so I don't want to turn this video into a very long deep dive. The exact opposite. I want to just go for a quick overview, and we'll definitely dive deep into each feature in later videos. SAN Manager is something new. It was a Storage Manager, and then it turned into iSCSI Manager, and then from what I was able to read and view online, they housed all the new SAN features like iSCSI and the new capabilities of Fiber Channel into this SAN Manager application. And for now, this is all I'm going to do. Let's see if there are new updates we'll need to install. Synology Virtual Application, something that I'm going to uninstall right now, but I don't know if you guys knew, you can manually install a virtual machine manager on natively not supported devices manually. I wanted to do a video about it. Maybe I'll get to it in a later time. So now everything looks fairly installed. Let's go over to the control panel. It certainly seems very familiar, but very refined, and maybe not overhauled, but it looks nicer, it looks more modern. Let's, for example, take a look at the shared folder menu. You can see that all the icons have been revamped, and it seems to me that like the system is snappier, it's faster, it's more responsive. Let's go over and open up, for example, Active Backup for Business. You see how it just opens up immediately. I'm not doing any editing on it. It's just loading up, just like that. Very nice interface. It looks very clean. Let's open up, for example, Storage Analyzer. Okay, so I will need to configure it, but as you saw, Storage Analyzer as well. You just click on it and it just loads up. Let's open Hyper Backup Vault. All tasks are there, just very nice, very snappy, very fast. I don't know how they did it. It's so much faster, and keep in mind, this is a more than 4 years old device. It's a DS216. First of all, kudos for Synology for supporting this far back and creating a DSM-7 opportunities to install on older devices. It's something that other manufacturers tend not to do. So kudos for Synology, and kudos for making the system so snappy and fast. It feels like a whole other device. Let's take a look at Storage Manager. A completely new look, very clean, very nice. Here are my 2 drive bays, and it takes me directly to like a hyperlink to see the stats of the devices, of the drives. Very nice, very clean. Let's see our storage pool. Really nice. I'm so impressed. Usage details, something that I'm not sure was available in DSM-6. Let's enable it. Analyzing may take some time. That's fine by me. I want the system to analyze what this NAS is doing and maybe provide some insights or optimizations. Let's look at what global settings are. Oh, I know what this setting screen is equivalent to in DSM-6. It looks very clean, very refined. Again, super impressive. Let's go to File Station to browse our files. So snappy, so fast. I tell you, it's a delight. Very nice. And one more thing I want to take a look at is the SAN Manager. Let's click on Start. Do not show this message again. Synology Storage Console for VMware is a management tool that provides Get Storage Console. Oh, so that's like a desktop applications, I'm assuming. Yeah, a desktop application, which I'm not interested in. Let's go ahead and see what we see here. We can see our iSCSI LANs, which I don't have for now. Our iSCSI settings. I do have this Synology device as a iSCSI, I think it's called an initiator, but I didn't create any iSCSI LANs. I don't need it. I do the iSCSI on my primary device. Host snapshots, you can do iSCSI. I think you can do iSCSI snapshots. That's great. Settings, enable low capacity write. Well, that's a nice option because usually when iSCSI LANs are getting low in capacity, suddenly the system blocks you from writing. I know that it's true in other vendors. They now allow you to do a low capacity write, which is in some cases can be a little dangerous, but I guess if you need it, you need it. Log, That's great, that's nice. One more thing I want to try out is the restart. If the system is seems to me very fast, very snappy, let's do a restart and see maybe the restart times have gotten improved a little bit. Let's do a restart. Now I am going to time it. Usually it takes for the DS 216 about 3 or 4 minutes to restart. Let's see if it takes a little shorter time. Now, in summary, this is DSM version 7. I think that the system is a lot faster. I mean a lot. You saw that we just clicked on an application and it just opened up, almost no lag at all. The update process was very smooth, no bugs that I saw, at least for now. Very straightforward, very clean, no error messages. The system look and feel a lot more refined and a lot more, let's say, overhauled, but in the same time is very familiar. So a current Synology user with DSM 6 can easily find its way in DSM 7. So guys, with this I'm going to wrap up this video. I just wanted to provide a quick peek, a sneak peek, of the new system, see how it feels, see how it looks. And of course we are going to create a series of videos about the new features, the new applications, the new capabilities. So let me know in the comment section below, are you going to install DSM 7 beta on your Synology device? If so, in the comment section below, let me know how it went for you. Did you encounter any bugs? Did you encounter any error messages? I would love to hear your experience. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will be notified when new videos come out, and new videos of DSM 7 are definitely coming out. So join me in the next video. Have a good day, guys.